Hey YouTube. All right, so I just wanted to kind of do a little bit of a follow-up for the video that I just did as a keto update. And I had mentioned in there about doing a triathlon, and I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. So the triathlon that I would be attempting is a sprint. There's a sprint, there's an Olympian, and there is a half Ironman. A half Ironman is you swim 1.2 miles, and this is my ultimate goal. You swim 1.2 miles, you run, actually you bicycle 56 miles, and then you run a half marathon, so it's 10.3. So the total is 70.3. And that's a half marathon. The sprint that I'm doing, which I can already do a sprint, but I want to push myself to try to do that half marathon. But a sprint is a half a mile swim, basically, or 750 meters or 850 yards. And then you ride the bicycle for anywhere from 12 to 15 miles, and then you do a run, a 5K, which is 3.1 miles. And I've got that down, so you got to try to do it within under 2 hours, which I actually am doing it under 2 hours, kind of. I'm doing it at the gym, so I'm swimming in a pool, then bicycle riding, and then running, and so there's a transitional period between all that. But as I mentioned before, buying a new wardrobe can be expensive, but triathlons can be kind of expensive too. There's like certain gear that you need, and obviously a bike. I have a road bike that I'm using. You need, if you're swimming in water that's below 76, you need a sort of a wetsuit, and then obviously there's other items that you're going to use. If you're not using a wetsuit, you need to have some sort of swimming bottom, like a swimming shorts, and then obviously if you're on the bike, you need to have like either triathlon shoes or bike shoes for the bike, and then also just running shoes in general. But anyway, so what's interesting about this whole journey is with keto, a lot of people think of endurance training that you need sugar, glycogen in order to do it. I'm going to try to do it on keto. So I'm going to use ketones as my energy supply, and I've done it. When I do that sprint, I'll eat like a fat bomb or so, and I can do it. I'll swim half a mile, I'll ride a bike for 13 miles, and then I'll run 3 miles. And I haven't stopped to eat anything, so that should, I'm just switching over here. I should, if I go on to the actual half marathon, I'm really hoping that I can do it on keto, right? And I think that there's some people out there that are doing the keto and doing marathons and doing, I'm hoping, doing triathlons. I think I read somewhere that there was one guy that's doing a triathlon and he's doing it on keto. So what's interesting about all of this really is I've started this journey from keto. I started losing all this weight. I started doing the Athlean X and becoming physically active and physically fit. And now I'm progressing into this other stage, or this other venue, I guess, or vein of being physically fit, and that is a triathlon. I truly think that if you do the keto diet and you see these results, right? You see all of these large results. It's a driving factor. It's giving you this courage, if you want to say, this enthusiasm, this willpower, this motivation to go try these things. Because as I tell people in the type of job that I do, you've got one life to live. And you don't want to have any regrets, and you don't want to waste your life. And so I've always wanted to do something like this, right? And so this is what I'm going to do. Anyway, so if anybody has any questions about the triathlon, I'm going to try to show some of my training, and I'm going to try to show what I'm doing. But if anybody has any questions, please, please, please post a question. And I'd love to have some sort of ongoing communication with people who are interested in it or want to try to do it, and I can hopefully help anybody out there that has questions or who really want to try to do this. You can do it. You really, really can do it. Thanks, you too.